very special day. It's a very special day. It's considered to be a celebration of knowledge. That's the speciality of today. And it's also a celebration of the advent of knowledge as it got anchored in terms of, you have data. From data, you can get information. From information, you can decipher knowledge. From knowledge, how you choose to implement it, you achieve wisdom. So, today is a day of really celebrating that entire cycle. So from an Indian ascended master's point of view, it's a day that we celebrate the presence of Goddess Saraswati. Goddess Saraswati is considered to be the goddess of the arts. She is a goddess that supports writers, painters, creators of any kind. She's phenomenal with all forms of art. And I happen to spend, as you know, 9 years in Bali, and Saraswati is quite a major patron of the arts, because Bali is one of those amazing places in the world where pretty much everyone is an artist of some kind, and even nature in the way permaculture shows up in its jungles and, waterfalls and stuff. Everything is like a work of art. So the presence of Saraswati is very, very prevalent everywhere. And when I was quite earlier on in my journey in Bali, when I was, really going through a series of awakenings and really trying to make a sense of it all, what was happening to me, stuff that others might have talked about, and I just wouldn't have believed what they were saying, except it was happening to me. So I was allowing myself to receive it all. There was this guy, which I know Catherine and some of you who did the Journey to Miracles with me in Bali met. He's called the Dukun. Dukun is a medicine man. And this medicine man would always invite me to the Saraswati Day. And the Saraswati Day was something that was really kept very sacrosanct. He was from the royalty from a particular section of Bali. So I had the opportunity of experiencing the Saraswati Day. The Saraswati Day, literally, you would be in prayers and ceremonies for over 6 hours. And it was as if you were presencing this goddess of knowledge and wisdom at a cellular level, at a nanocellular level. So you began with a series of gongs that would get played. And then those gongs would go in a particular rhythm, and then they would go into some chants that would happen. And then, and literally the chants were such that there were different tonations that they used. And then they would bring in tongs, which we know, in terms of the Western world, they would bring in tongs, and they would get played. And then you began about 2.5 hour ceremony of the senses, So the first section was all about the ears, what you listened. It was really invoking that listening, so that you could literally go from a cycle of data to information to knowledge to wisdom, and then come out expressing that wisdom in your own way. So once you were able to receive all of that, then they went into the next sense, which is all about taste. And you would taste just a tiny little bit of it, and there must be like more than 200 different tastes. So different people in the villages, those amazing photographs that you have of Balinese women carrying those offerings on their heads, and walking in a trail. It is like that. So different people in the villages would have brought different things as offerings into this. And you know, with Sanskrit chants going on in the background, you were actually invoking all of these different tastes in your body. So some of it was bitter, some of it was sweet, some of it was very salty, some of it had no taste at all. I think about 265 such different pieces, you know, and it was literally like an immersion of every sensory organ of yours. Once you'd gone through the taste, and it is all an embodiment of our experiences of living our life. You know, I did that for about 4 years consecutively. So, but I just want to continue. So you then went into the tastes piece. You know, so yes, you heard all of that. You were in this. Became this wise person, you know, in your journey of life, and now you are actually going to taste, and you're going to savor whatever it is that came your way. You know, so once you've done all of that, then the next piece was all about feeling. You know, so that was the touch part. And they used waters from different temples in different parts of Bali. I don't know how many temples it has, but also certain volcanoes. And you went through, and you actually were with these, I think 51 different priests were there that were arranged in a like a rectangular circle with fire going on in the middle, and they were all chanting, and you literally went to each one of them and they just blessed you with water and these certain flowers. Some of them had volcanic rocks where they would dip it in the water and then sprinkle that water over you. Some just would pour that water until you were completely drenched. And it was all a part of keeping yourself in flow, maintaining your rhythm, regardless of whatever it is that came your way. For me, it was all, I thought the first year that I did it, everything was a surprise. Every little step, I had no idea what to expect. And then the next year that I did it, it was still a surprise. So even though I knew now the sequence of it, but what the different priests would do, you didn't know. And they didn't know. They would tune into what was needed for you. So once you went through the whole, the touch, you know, your skin experienced it, and it was through the skin that they arrived at flow. Then it was time for the eyes. And we then had this amazing performance of dancers, fire eaters, you know, all sorts of amazing experiences of stories and stuff. And everything was done as a community. You know, it happened. There were thousands of people that would gather there. Everybody brought something. It was like this one humongous potluck, except with a very specific intention. So in our session today, given that today is this amazing day where we have the presence of Saraswati with us, and you can go online and check it out. You know, I know Prerna is on the call here. If you can in the chat, Prerna, just put down the name so that people get the spelling of Saraswati, and you can all go and look her up, what her energies are. She is a partner and a consort with Brahma, the one who the Indians believe is the creator or part of the triangle of Brahma is a creator, Shiva is the destroyer of that which no longer serves, and Vishnu is the preserver. Saraswati is with Brahma. And it's one thing to create a world, it's another thing to actually have it be the playground in which you come alive and live your life. And that is what Saraswati enables for all of us in our own way. So today in Beyond Meditation, I'm going to just guide us through, along with her on my side, I'm going to guide us through this journey of converting data into wisdom and then emerging as the wise beings that each one of us is. You've all heard me say this many times. You are the one that you have been waiting for. You are the best guru you could ever have. And when people ask me if I can be their guru, my response always is, I can be your guide to guide you to the guru that is the best for you, and that is you. And that is what I got from this experience in Bali. Deeply grateful for this amazing medicine man. And between Catherine and I will find a photograph of him working on us and share, just because I have talked about him here. It wasn't always a pleasant experience being with him. And, that's life. It has different tastes. The key thing is to remain in your flow, remain in your center, remain in your knowing that you are the wise one. And you have amazing angels on this earth and beyond that are there with you at all times. So let's go on this journey of Gyan, which is this deep wisdom, invoking a remembrance of that. My guidance has been, at this time, has been to focus my attention on getting people to a nanocellular remembrance. Nanocellular level is the level of the RNA and the DNAs. And that is, it's like literally getting that purity back. You may have hereditary conditions, but does not mean that you will necessarily get them. The gene has to be switched on, and some of that is controlled by the RNA. And if you have a condition, you can switch it off. It's all down to us. This was a piece of wisdom that I got in some of my journeys with Saraswati. More about that on another session. Let's start the journey. Okay, so get yourself to be comfortable. Imagine the base of your spine is connected to the core of the earth. If your feet are on the floor, imagine the middle of your feet are connected to the core of the earth. Drop your hands on either side. Have your palms facing forward. Stretch your fingers a little bit. Imagine the tips of your fingers are connected to the core of the earth. You're now going to start scanning your body. And this time, given that we have the presence of Goddess Saraswati with us, you're just going to invoke that energy to work with each one of us as you go through and scan your presence. And you're going to release into the core of the earth any energies that take harmony away from you being able to stand tall, anchored in your wisdom. We will also release any energies that interfere in that experience and flow of full spectrum wellness. Because the journey that we are about to embark on is a journey where we are literally going to flick the switch on at a cellular level, at a nanocellular level, of all that keeps you in flow, all that brings you back into flow. So begin with the top of your crown, go to the front of your head and the back of your head. So begin with the top of your forehead, the front of your forehead and the back of your head. Scan everything in between. The front of your nose, the back of your head, scan everything in between. The front of your lips, the back of your head, scan everything in between. Some of you may start feeling some tingling in your scalp. It's a very powerful cleansing and clearing that we are doing right now. Front of your chin, the back of the top of your neck, scan everything in between. The front of your neck, the back of the middle of your neck, scan everything in between. The front of the top of your shoulders, the back of the top of your shoulders, and scan everything in between. The front of your chest, the back of your chest, the back of your upper back, and scan everything in between. And I want us to hold there for a bit. There's so much that is being cleared out in between the brain lobes. There are many, many brain cells that have been clogged up, clouded over, and therefore not available to us. There's a lot of clearing out that is taking place. The brain stem is also being cleared of any automatic trigger tensions. Some of them are triggers that emerge from us. Some of them may be triggers that factors outside of us impact us. All of that is being released and cleared. The thing that is taking the longest for us to clear is often, and this has happened a lot during this Corona time, when we have our loved ones feeling anxious, or there may be some part of us, certain aspect of our life where anxiety is building up. We just take it on, and it's starting to create a burden, a heaviness on our shoulders. Many of the necks, I'm finding people are walking around with their head facing forward as if there's some pressure on the neck. So all of that is right now being cleared. And as that is being cleared, it's as if the back of your crown is being lifted up and you're rising, stretched, relaxed, released, off burdens. Go to the front of your waist, the back of your middle back, and scan everything in between. We're going to be here for a bit. There are many, many layers, so many organs, so many different types of fluids that are there, that work there. Like the fluids that release from the pancreas in the form of digestive enzymes. You're actually literally clearing out and releasing anything that comes in the way of us being able to tap into the wisdom that we have discerned. Anytime there is any physical discomfort anywhere in our body, anytime there is any mental anguish anywhere, our solar plexus, which is based in that region, immediately goes off center. That is being brought back into where it's meant to be. You may feel a little bit of gurgling, you may feel some twitching. Some of you may also feel a little bit of a spike-like pain. Some of you may feel nothing. So allow yourself to be stationed there for a little bit longer. Go to the front of your abdomen and the back of your lower back and scan everything in between. Go to the top of your thighs, the back of your thighs. Go to the front of your pelvic, the base of your buttocks. Scan everything in between. All you have to do is to scan. Just that scan is what activates the release. And if you notice something, you can focus your attention on it and keep releasing. In this groin area, one of the things that happens when we feel a lack of support or when we feel very burdened and not realize that we are burdened, it puts pressure on that area in between our shoulder blades, and the way that is compensated to allow us to remain, vertical is by a tightness developing in a muscle group that is there in the groin. And after a while, it becomes so tight that the tightness itself pulls us off our center of gravity. So in what we are doing right now, you're just releasing that. So you may experience some, like a chiropractor type clicking in your back. There's a particular rhythm that is used to release that tightness. They literally feel like golf balls, and you mistake them for the bone structure that belongs to the pelvic girdle, and it isn't. It's just a muscle that has become so tight. So we're just releasing that. You're now going to the top of your thigh again, the back of your thigh, the front of your knees, the back of your knees, the front of your shin, the back of your calf muscles. You're going to be there for a bit, scanning everything in between. You're going to stay in this calf region for a bit, because from here we're going to be working with the heart. So you've heard me say the mind. The mind is a construct in this human form, and it oscillates between past and future. And it gets its data, converts it into information and knowledge from whatever occurs in this human form. The heart is born with the wisdom of what its true nature is and what its function is. And it remains plugged into its functionality of operating in the moment, being in the now. You're working with your calf muscles and the diverticular vein that connects directly to the heart. Because every step you take, every time you stand or you sit, you stimulate that diverticular vein. If you have anxiety as you're moving forward, or as you choose to not move forward, if there's any feeling or vibrations that arise, it has a direct impact on the rhythm that informs the heart. The heart instantly takes a stimulus and converts it into wisdom. Because it does not have the time to go through that long-winded process. It takes the stimulus, wisdom keeps going in the now, in the now, in the now. But it accumulates in the muscle, memories. Because heart is a muscle. The diverticular is the one that gives the heart that vibrational stimulus. So what you are vibrating as you choose to move forward, or as you choose to step back, or as you choose to stop, as you choose to jump, as you choose to drop yourself in a heap, the vibrational signature of that directly reaches the heart. Through the diverticular, it's a very physical process. Hence, the full spectrum well-being in my world is all about thriving physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, socially, and environmentally. Okay, you're ready to go down to your ankles. So scan on the top of your ankles, the base of your heels, the top of your feet, the base of your feet, the top of your toes, the base of your toes. You're scanning the tips of your toes. I'm going to go to your armpit, both your armpits, and you're going to create a big circle around the armpits, and then you're just going to literally scan from the top of your shoulders, underneath the armpit, all the way down to your fingertips. And it's just going to release all that no longer serves you, all that interferes with you being able to convert all of your life experiences and stimulus into wisdom. Anything that comes in the way of that is being released. The energy of all of the ascended masters, as well as celestial beings, all of those energies are held within us, in our field. They're not all held in our body, but they're there in our field. And it is down to us to tap into them from time to time. Today we are tapping into this very unique, graceful graciousness with which Goddess Saraswati presents herself. We're tapping into that energy. You're all completely clear. You're going to go into the 946 breath, and today the focus of the 946 breath is on opening up all of the 13 chakras. So as we do the 946 breath, I will stop when I'm guided to stop. As we do the 946 breath, you will all experience different colors, different lights, different sensations. Just go through your body, go through your field, and if you have any particular thoughts, they're only there for you to get the sensation of the thought. So welcome them this time. I'm not giving you a thought bucket. I'm not even giving you a sound bucket. They're all showing up in your field for you to experience the sensation. And as you experience the sensations, there's discernment that we have already activated in the clearing that we've done. So those sensations that are not yours to do anything with, those sensations that interfere with you being able to operate from your highest potential, they're automatically going to get released. If any of you have any anxiety about this, you can't stop the mind chatter, be with it. It's okay. Do not try stopping anything. Remember, my communication is cellular, has always been, ever since I started sharing more publicly. And now it is even nanocellular. So the sensation piece is actually occurring from a nanocellular stimulus. It's nothing that you need to do anything about. My communication is happening to your nanocells. And the journey that you're experiencing is actually presencing the wisdom stimulus that you can apply in all the different aspects of your life that make your life so rich. So allow yourself to just be. Remember all those tastes, some of them pretty horrid. And I was still able to be present to the exquisiteness of that experience. So I'm going to begin the 9-4-6 breath. Breathe in 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just a little bit more. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Focus your attention in your heart. Just going to breathe in love, kindness, and compassion into your heart. And you're going to breathe out gratitude and peace. You don't even need to repeat these words. We've set it up now. So just do deep rhythm of breathing in, breathing out. We are just aligning the 13 chakras in your body. And as you are breathing in and out, it's like a nebula type experience that is occurring right in the center, and we are all around it. It's a beautiful colorations of light that are going through. It began with very dark, pitch black space, and like a lightning strike of magenta, followed by a cloud of blue, followed by a column of purple, followed by sparkles that are orange. They're all monochromatic. Your body is receiving all of that. They are feeders to your nervous system. They feed your neurons. Huge contributors to your brain cells. This beautiful fluorescent green I'm seeing now, combined with a golden yellow, mustard yellow, very bright glow of the sun, in orange turning red, and a shimmer of silver and platinum and diamond-like sparkles emanating by a body that looks like water. I'm now going to presence the ceremonies, the Saraswati ceremonies that I experienced in Bali. And I'm bringing forth the resonance of sound, the sound that you're experiencing is so loud that it's not registering at a level that your ears can necessarily decipher them, but they are hearing it all right. It's like literally entering every cell, every pore of your body, every molecule, every atom. Every breath that you're taking, it is multiplying. And with all those lights that we saw, they are not limited by our body. Those lights are just running through our entire field. And you're experiencing them across your entire field. You may hear some crackling in your ears. Your jaw might want to stretch itself and readjust. Sound resonance does that. It's like you're in this phenomenal sound bath. There are some sounds that have not even arrived on the planet, but they have been there in the various journeys that your soul has been on. So there's a remembrance that is returning of some of those sounds. Now activating your pancreas and invoking a release of digestive enzymes in your mouth so that your taste buds are activated. And you will go on a journey of experiencing the different tastes and flavors of aliveness. These flavors of aliveness that anchors the flavorsomeness of the experience of being alive are now being linked to the different tastes that your physical body actually can connect with. And we are literally in the journey that you're experiencing right now. You're converting that wisdom that just got invoked and taking it all the way down to a data level. So that a cellular remembrance of when you come across that particular data, which has a particular taste, it immediately translates into wisdom of aliveness. And now we are stepping into the blessings of water. Water is first being presenced in our midst by Goddess Saraswati as an archangel that was given a very specific role. And the role that water is given is to be a carrier of the seed of life. And it is presenced in our midst, connecting to the water molecules that surround us, that are in our field, and the water molecules that exist within our body. You know, you've heard this talk about we are all one. You've heard me say we are all connected. We don't have mycelium that connects us. You know, how are we connected? We are connected through water. So through each one of us, across our holographic circles, we are spreading the wisdom of water as a carrier of seed of life. What that means is it carries that which gives rise to life. So anything that takes life away can no longer survive in this water. We're giving permission to ourselves and our nano cells to release that which takes life and life force away from us, so that this transmutation of water in our being and through our being on our planet is anchored as a carrier of the seed of life. As you're experiencing it, water naturally flows. It's an experience of flow. Some of you may feel like swaying. Some of you may feel, like you're vibrating. It's all occurring so that you can return to your flow. And as this water is pouring into you, and it's within you, and you are surrounded by it, I'm bringing in the vibration of the cleansing and clearing chants that many of these amazing priests gave me as a gift during my 9-year stay in Bali. I'm sharing that vibration that is in my field with all of you, with each of you. The release that is being invoked right now activates a celebration vibe. It's as if you come to a threshold and you can go across that threshold and you're in a clearing of rejoicing. That will occur right here, right now, and it can continue it may take a little bit of time, but you will all find yourself anchored in that before we get together on Saturday. And now I am removing the veils, the curtains drawn, and you will be seeing visions and vistas of what it feels like when you experience aliveness. What becomes possible for you? What becomes available to you as aliveness sets in? Some of it will be very visible right here, right now. And there will be others that would get activated, and you allow yourself in your dream time to experience it. Your eyes are settling deeper into their sockets. You're allowing the vision that has been shown to you by your guides and guardian angels, informed and expanded and anchored by Goddess Saraswati. It's as if your eyes are receiving it. They're drinking it in. This way of receiving the vision is a very powerful way of remaining anchored and stationed in whole and complete, experiencing the aliveness that comes from expecting and accepting miracles as the norm. You're now ready to infuse all of this with the amplification vibration of being human. So repeat after me. This is a declaration that your soul presence harmonized An anchor beautifully expressing itself through your human form is declaring, I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. Acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. You're going to complete this by anchoring it and getting you into a whole brain state. We'll do it with a 9-4-6 breath, 3 of those. Breathe in, 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take your hands in front of your heart, rub them against each other. Put them over your eyes. Open your eyes in them. Take them on top of your head, the back of your head, down your neck, down your shoulders, into an energy state. The journey has begun. It's going to continue over the next several days. It will get anchored certainly over the next couple of days. So having said that, Beyond Meditation is complete. And I always love to share and anchor the words that you share to complete the session so that the energy of those words spreads out holographically. So do go ahead and share in the chat. The field of Saraswati wisdom spread in entire universe, and it is soft. I felt the soft touch of all soul beings, beautiful, exquisite, and enchanting. Goddess Saraswati. Okay, yes. Celebrating Goddess. Thank you, Mynoo. Deep and lovely. Thank you. Inspirational, magical. Thank you, Mynoo. Illuminating grace. Rest. Anchored in grace. Brilliant lightness and flow. Emergence of my inner guru. Spectacular party time. Yahoo! Yes! Feeling aligned and truly alive. Release. Jai Saraswati, all are one. Illuminated wisdom. Deep to the core. It is indeed. Thank you so much. Thank you all. With that, I declare our session complete. And I will see you in a few hours at 5:30 Pacific time. Our focus is on the 9th commandment, which is a shift from spectacular results to extraordinary results. So looking forward to that. Thank you all. Thank you so much.